Part 4 of the mysterious death of comedian Richard Heni Conangelo. This was the third time that I have lost somebody that I really care about. Like I said before, I was engaged. Well, I don't know. I didn't say that in public yet, but just on Facebook. I was engaged to a TV, not TV evangelist, but a gospel famous, whose father was famous, evangelist. And he was found dead in his apartment. His heart was busted. I was out of town when this happened, and I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So that was the first person that I lost, that man that I lost, and that was somebody close to me. I was engaged to Don Pringle, and I came back from doing a mission out of town, and I had the news that he was found dead with his heart busted. Don Pringle was buried whole. He was not cremated. He was just, his body was buried. I put a red rose on his chest on the coffin. And that was back in 1993, way before the movie Titanic was made. So I was handed a red big rose, and I put that red big rose upon his body on his coffin. This is Don Pringle, an evangelist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, whose father was famous. His father was before Otto or Richard Robert. His father, Don Pringle's father, was more famous. He was the one that started the movement in Tulsa, Oklahoma before Richard, Otto Robert ever existed. Otto and Richard Robert. Anyway, so this was the third time I lost somebody that I really care about. And it was another guy, you know, and his first time was Richard Heni. On 2000, I met Richard Heni in 1999. In 2003, Richard Heni was still alive, and we were still communicating. A friend of mine that helped me find a job in Bonanza Casinos here in Central City, Colorado, I've also been found with his head blown with a rifle in Central City. This is about more than a month after I met. His name was Christopher. Christopher was such a very handsome man, and he could have been in Hollywood. Let me tell you, he was so handsome and such a sweet person. He helped me find a job. I met him in Central City. He helped me find a job, and he put me to work there in Bonanza Casinos. I was fired for no reason, like a month and a half later or 2 months later. And then a week after I got fired from Bonanza, I had the news that Christopher was found with his head blown with a rifle. His face, all his brain blown out with a rifle. And they said that he committed suicide. Here's another case that was not really deeply investigated, which I'm not going to dig into. It probably was truth, but how can he put a big rifle, says his girlfriend, Leslie, his woman, how can he put a big rifle in his mouth and just blow himself up? There was a case that in Central City, Colorado, was dismissed. So anyway, that passed away. I moved out of there. I couldn't stand the depression. It was horrible for me too. So here it comes, and then Richard Heni get killed too. Another suicide. Listen to this. Don Pringle was suicide. Christopher from Central City was suicide. Richard Heni was suicide. Isn't that something? Men that I've been close to, and then 3 committed suicide. I didn't do anything to them. So I'll let you meditate about this. I'm going to go now to part 5.